In fact, I'm very kiasu. I applied this as soon as possible. Within the first month, my child is born. Hi, welcome to Haven. Thank you for watching another episode on understanding insurance. Today, I'm going to talk about something that's close to the heart of every parent. What is the best insurance policies I can get for my children? As parents, every child is a gift. They are precious, and we will do our best to save up and give the best for them. And that includes insurance policies. But the question is, what should I get for them? How much does it cost? What plan is good? What's the coverage? And what should I buy it now or buy it later? So, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to share what are some considerations as parents you should think about on children's insurance policies. I'll be covering three policies in these videos. I will also be sharing about my personal experience as I think about what are the policies that are suitable for them. The very important policies that you should get for your children is a hospitalization insurance. We all can identify as parents that when kids fall sick, we panic, we find the medicine, we go to see the night clinics, as well as even going to the hospital if the condition is serious enough. Thankfully, every Singaporean and PRs has MediShield Life. And it is open to anybody regardless of medical conditions. It will help to take care of the huge bills in hospitals. However, it's only packed to B2 and C ward. So the question is, should I upgrade my plans or should I stick with MediShield Life? To understand, let's take a look at this chart whereby it talks about the different kinds of wards available in Singapore from private and public hospitals. So we have B2 and C ward, which is what MediShield Life covers. And if you want higher amenities, higher benefits, it comes with additional costs. You can upgrade from B1 onwards, even to private hospitals. For B2 and C wards, you realize that there's not much privacy in that there is about 6 or 8 people in that room. Of course, every hospital is different. There could be some variance in terms of the benefits that they offer, but this is by and large a typical B2 and C ward. There's no air condition. There's no choice of doctors. It's a team-based approach, meaning that every morning or every day there'll be different doctors coming to see the patient. All right. As if you require higher benefits, higher amenities, you can upgrade from B1 onwards. They are generally air-conditioned, more privacy, less patients in the room. Even for parents who wants to have the flexibility to sleep with the child, the sleeper units, you will have to upgrade it to A1 ward or private hospitals. So if your expectation for healthcare is higher, you need to upgrade because hospital bills are not cheap. You need the IP plans, integration plans to provide that cover. So what about my personal journey and decisions? I've chosen an integrated shield plan that is suitable for private hospital for all my 3 kids. And the key reason is this. I want to have a wider choice of doctors and hospitals, not restricted to public hospitals, but even private. I want to prioritize easier access to private hospitals. Shorter waiting time is something that I prioritize. In terms of premiums, it's affordable, and while they are still young, it is fully payable by the CPF. The premiums will increase over time, but when the kids are older, when they are started working, my intention is to pass this plan over to them. Whether they want to downgrade or not, I'll leave it to them. Okay, but right now, it can be paid through my CPF in full. I want to lock in their insurability, and also having an IP plan also allows me to make some claims, widen my coverage for pre and post, meaning that all the consultation leading to hospitalization and even post discharge follow-ups can also be covered by my IP plans. In fact, I'm very kiasu. I applied this as soon as possible. Within the first month, my child is born. So perhaps I want to share what are the benefits that I've enjoyed with this IP. My eldest child, she's now 16 years old. By age of 7, she has to go through this operation to remove the tonsils and adenoids because it's obstructing the breathing through the nose. Because of this condition, she has to breathe through her mouth most of the time, and that's not healthy development for her. And therefore, we put her through our operation to remove that. My second child was hospitalized 3 times when he was very young, before the age of 3, for urinary tract infections. In both of these episodes, I put them into the KKH because even though I'm eligible for a private hospital, that's because KKH is specialized in treating children, and I think that is the best place for me to send them to. The estimated bill is about $20,000 back then, I think 10 over years ago, all right? And it is fully covered by the IP plans. So that is my experience with IP. What are some considerations parents can take note? Is that firstly, hospitalization plan is the most important priority that you should consider, all right? In selection of your IP plans, ask yourself what is your expectation of the ward type for the kids. Is it affordable? Even though it's fully paid by your CPF, but is it affordable? Is something that you want to pay for? And thirdly, start as early as possible. How about personal accident plan? Well, kids are by nature very active. They are prone to accidents, and my 2 kids is no exceptions. Let me share about some of the accidents that my 2 kids goes through. My eldest child again suffered her elbow while playing, and we have to send him to KKH this time for A&E treatment, and it cost about $100 to treat her strained elbow. My second child again, had an accident. He was playing and then he lost his balance, hit on the glass table, and had a big cut on his forehead. We don't want to take the risk of waiting at the E&E at KKH, and we sent him directly to Mount Alvernia for treatment. He had 7 stitches. The total bill then, many years ago, cost about $800. Just to note, these are outpatient treatment and it's not covered by your IP plans. It's not covered by my personal accident plan too, because I didn't buy any personal accident plan for these 2 episodes. But what's my reason for not buying? Well, firstly, I'm okay to self-insure for outpatient benefits, outpatient treatment, because outpatient treatment by nature is not expensive. And the kind of coverage that most personal accident covers are actually not very huge in the first place. I mean, yes, a few $1,000s for most plans, but it's not huge. It's something that I'm willing to self-insure. And it's my belief that if the accident is a serious one, it will probably lead to the hospitalization, and that's where my IP will kick in. And that's the reason why I didn't buy the personal accident plan for my kids for these 2 accidents. So what should be the consideration for kids, for parents regarding their kids in terms of personal accident? I think you can use this as a reference. Firstly, it is optional. It really depends on your risk appetite, your tolerance, whether you want to self-insure or you want to transfer that risk out to an insurance company through a PA plan. If you have many kids, like me, 3, maybe you can consider a family plan because it's more economical. Lastly, before buying the PA plan, please do consider having adequate hospitalization plan, which is the number 1 priority, because the hospital plan is the one that will cover the big items in terms of medical crisis. So that is for personal accident plan. Now, let's move on to the third plan, which is more contentious, okay? Critical illness insurance. Does a kid does the children need the critical illness insurance? But before I go into that, maybe let me explain what is the purpose of critical illness policies. It's basically to provide a lump sum payment to replace the loss of income when a person is unable to work. So in a way, children are not working when they are still young, right? So there's no loss of income to protect. However, there are still reasons why parents would consider. I'll give you two. Firstly, to protect the loss of parents' income in the event that the child is ill. Well, sometimes the mother, usually the mother, they are more protective. They may want to stop work for a while to take care of the sick child over a period of time. And the critical illness coverage allows to provide the amount, allowing the mothers to stop work, yet having a compensation for the loss of income. And second, lock in the insurability for the child to prevent any risk that the child may not be able to be eligible for one due to any illnesses developed along the way. So how about for me? What's my consideration? My key reason, for me, I have bought for each of my 3 children a critical illness term policy, not a whole life plan, a term policy that stretched all the way to 99. It's as good as a whole life to me. And the key reasons why I do that was that firstly, I want to lock in a basic critical illness policies while they're still young. And secondly, in terms of the choice of critical illness, I have a specific objectives of wanting the coverage called the relapse of CI benefits. What this means is that in the event of a first CI claim, the policy will continue to run, okay, and will pay subsequent CI, okay. And this is important to me because the runway for a child is very long, 80, 90 years, okay. The chances of having multiple relapse is fairly high. And the reason for buying a term to 99 because it's super affordable. It's not expensive. Take for example, if for a newborn, okay, it will cost less than $1,000 a year, okay, to have a coverage of $300,000 of advanced late-stage critical illness and a 2 times relapse benefits of another $300,000, okay, plus other benefits that is attached to this plan that I did not cover. So, what should be the parents' consideration when it comes to CI? Firstly, as I mentioned again and again, it's very important to make sure that you have the number 1 plan in place, which is adequate hospital plan. And second, ensuring that a parent's protection is adequate before considering getting the CI if it's still within your means. So this will be the guidelines that we advise to all our clients of Haven. So there you have it. We have talked about the 3 plans that parents should consider for their children. Let me wrap it up by saying that the first and foremost important plans that you need to put in place for your children is a good hospitalization plan that commensurate your healthcare expectations. 2, personal accident plan is good to have. It's optional. Okay, if you want to self-insure, that's fine. If you want to buy a PA plan, that's absolutely fine too. And thirdly, for critical illness, you should consider it, but only after the parents' protection needs are fully set up. So, we have come to the end. Thank you for watching this video. At Haven, we are insurance specialists. If you have any questions or comments or need any insurance advice, please feel free to reach out to us at contact@haven.com. Thank you very much.